All right, my friends, JB back, and we had a little audio trouble last couple videos. Want to just make it right. We're going to set it off with a new commitment. We've got to do our audio checks and we got to roll. We're going to do a wisdom check too. All right. Now, the Proverbs 9 really brings us something special. I really love it a lot. And I'll tell you why. It starts to talk about the building of the foundation of the wisdom in your life. And I tell you what, that is something that is important for me. We've got to build slowly, brick by brick, laying it on that good foundation. And here's where it is. We're talking about wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. Now, apparently back in the day, 7 pillars on your foundation was a wise thing to do. And with that, she has talking about slaughtering her beasts. Okay. She's getting ready for a feast. She's mixing her wine. Back in the day, they would mix their wine together like a little recipe. They wouldn't be afraid to do something like that. People do it sometimes now. And when that wine gets mixed and it's just sort of something that's going to pair up nicely with your beast for your feast, guess what? Your table should be set. And here she goes, setting her table. She has also sent her young women to call out for who? Who is she calling out for? Well, whoever's simple. Simple, okay? Simple's not to be neglected. They're trying to corral them in. They're enticing the simple. Come on in, simple. We want you. We want you to get wisdom. We want you to get knowledge, insight, right? Come eat of my bread and drink of the wine I have mixed. It's all ready for you. All you have to do, simple, is come in, okay? Now, simple back in the day kind of meant a little bit more like the foolish, the stupid, the naive, the one who, okay, that's what it means. Okay, we get what it means, the simple, and they're sort of trying to be nice about it. But here's what's interesting here. We get into a lot of this, leave your simple ways and all that, but the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We've heard that, I think, before. And the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Wow. We've been just hammering in on wisdom, insight, discretion for quite a while. And here, when it comes to insight, it's like this thing. What is insight exactly? I mean, we know what it is. We kind of, but what is it? I mean, you kind of almost can't really, how are we going to define it? And so for 8 Proverbs, we're touching on it here and there specifically. But in the 9th proverb, the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. What's the knowledge of the Holy One? This is the knowledge of the Holy One, right? All of this is the knowledge of the Holy One. Over here, my friends, the Bible, right? The Holy One, knowledge of the Holy One. Where are you going to get knowledge of the Holy One? The Bible. So this is the knowledge of the Holy One. Now, there are there's natural revelation. This is special revelation, the Bible, but natural revelation, sure. I mean, God's given women and men different parts, right? I mean, we know God's done this in a way that's unique, and so there are parts of nature that reveal God, of course. But this special revelation gives us special insight and helps to break through confusion, okay? So this is huge, Proverbs 9, knowledge of the Holy One. What about the way of folly? Well, guess what? Folly is another woman who's not so nice. And she is also doing things, but in the negative way, in the evil way. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. What? And to him who lacks sense, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Yeah. So she's the selfish one. She's the one who steals. I've got to think about that too, because sometimes I got so many boys around my house. If I don't stash and squirrel away a little piece of pizza, I might not have it later. But, that's not right, maybe. Maybe the bread eaten in secret, maybe I should be splitting that up. I don't know. But the point is that this woman is throwing her own party, and she's doing it in the wrong way. She's trying to get you to come in and eat of the fruit of sin. And tell you what, it's not the way. It's the way of folly. Let's read this whole thing. Okay, this is a shorter one. I think this is huge, particularly because knowledge of the Holy One is insight. We get it very clear. There's no There's no beating around the bush. Oh, what's insight? No, it's right here, my friend. All right, let's do this. The way of wisdom. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her young woman to call from the highest places in town. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. To him who lacks sense, she says, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and live and walk in the way of insight. She's calling out. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Do not reprove a wise man. Let me say again, do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is insight. For by me your ways will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. The way of folly. The woman folly is loud. She is seductive and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house. She takes a seat on the highest places of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. And to him who lacks sense, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. My friend, great breakthrough here. Holy One is insight. We have some contrast between the woman who's throwing the wisdom party versus the woman who's throwing the party of folly. It's discretion, learning what is what. Well, with that, we are going to break away, and we look forward to the Proverbs chapter 10. And my friend, take good care.